digging deeper into Moses' Ethiopian wife and when he could have picked her up. By the way, this depiction of Moses, I get that Charlton Heston vision in my head of him too. The Bible describes him as being meek, so probably like a weakling looking, and he also had a speech impediment or something wrong with the way he spoke, which is why Aaron had to be his mouthpiece. So I think it's like completely the opposite of this, but anyway, we're going to use this as a depiction for the background. So turns out that Josephus believed that Moses picked up his Ethiopian bride when he was still working for the Egyptians and had gone down to Ethiopia to, take some back for slaves. I don't agree with that at all, because that would mean that he married the Ethiopian woman before Zipporah. Sorry, it's not happening. However, when they left Israel, a mixed multitude went also up with them. So she may have been an Ethiopian slave and had gone out with them, but he wasn't married to her yet. Maybe he didn't even meet her yet. But during the time that they went from the wilderness of Shur, then remember they go to Marah, which is where the waters were bitter, and before they get to Elam, somewhere in there, he takes her as bride, and she's going to be his Gentile bride. I'm telling you. I feel it. I know it. Did the math on it. It works. Now, remembering that incident happens like 3 days to the Red Sea, and then they go over there. So within that first week, he's getting himself an Ethiopian bride. But guess what? I was wrong. Zipporah wasn't passed away yet. She shows up, because you see what happened is, on his way, so Moses is bringing his wife and his kids. They were going to go talk to Pharaoh. They stop along the way at an inn. There's an incident where God wants to unalive Moses, probably because he didn't circumcise his son. So then Zipporah circumcises his son, and she's not happy about it because she didn't want it done. Whatever, that happens. Then she takes the kids and she goes back. She goes home. She's like, you can go to Egypt on your own. Then Moses goes to Egypt. He talks with Aaron. We have the 10 plagues of Egypt. And then they leave, right? So that's a little bit of a time frame there. It takes them 3 months to get to Mount Sinai. And at this point, Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, is taking Zipporah. Do they have cell phones, by the way? How do you know Moses is at Mount Sinai? To bring his wife and 2 children with him. Anyways, so a little biblical drama. Moses has an Ethiopian bride at this point. So his wife showing up, excuse me, you found a replacement for me just because I got mad at you and went back to my dad. But you see here, Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife also unto Moses into the wilderness, where he encamped at the Mount of God, so Mount Sinai. So now Moses' new wife is meeting his original wife. Oh, the drama. 3 months into the journey. Oh my goodness. Could have been a pinch longer. I don't know how long they were camping at Mount Sinai. I think they spent like a year or 2 there. But long story short, this actually happens shortly into their stay at Mount Sinai. So within that first little bit there. Oh my goodness, the drama.